Hello everyone. Today I'm going to make a tutorial for French Republican calendar. So this is like a cruel version of normal calendar. Well, not necessarily, but it's a harder version. It's about some sort of French calendar. Yeah, it says here from 18th century or something. It has 12, well actually 13 months. 12 of them have 30 days. The 13th odd one out month has 6 days, and it says in the manual here what these days map to. So obviously these are 366 days, and each of the dates maps to a certain date of the real calendar, which is here in this big table, all the mappings. Yeah, and here's the mappings for the odd one out month. Each month has 3 weeks, each week has 10 days. Yeah, so our goal is to write down all the information about the current date, so which would be 8th of December, and the module date. The module date is circled. So it's going to be on the module Brumaire 27, which I'm going to look up in the table and write down all the information, including the season. Autumn 1711. These two words, which are, one second, name and namesake, which could be used later on. And today is once again 8th of December. Not far off. So for the sake of consistency, I'm going to write it down in the same way. So it's going to be 18th of Frimaire. Autumn 8th, 12th. Lira Ivy. Okay. And the LED color on the module. Okay, that's it. That's all we need. So we converted all those things. In their case, that current day is one of the days from the extra month, which would be one of these days. We would follow these steps to calculate its number instead. So what we actually need to do is find the solution date, and to do so we need to first use these rules to determine the solution day, and this table to determine the solution month. So as I said before, to determine the solution date, we would need the LED, so this is green. So our date would be directly between the two dates, 27th and 18th. So the average, if there are two middle dates, aka these don't share parity because there is no average, we can click either. So it could be either 22 or 23. So 22 or 23. Yeah, in case in case the real day, as in today, maps to the 13th month, we need to calculate the number mod 30 plus 1, and we would use that number for the that number together with the modules day to calculate the solution day. For example, today is September 20. What we would do is look up the rule for the celebration of convictions. Well, it's Fête de l'Opinion. We would look up this rule. We would use the number of the modules involved, which is 2. Modulo 30 plus 1 is 3. So in this rule, we would use 3 and whatever the number on the module is, so 27. Keep in mind that this only needs to be applied if the real date maps to the 13th month. If the module itself has a number on the 13th month, we use that anyway. Okay. One more thing. Oh, never mind, it's going to be later. Anyway, use the flowchart below to determine our month. Okay, if the day of the week for the current date is odd, current date is 18th, which is not odd, so we use this rule. The serial number has letters in common with, and this is why I wrote down these words. Current date, namesake. Once again, this is the first one I wrote is name, the second one is namesake. So current date's namesake, Ivy. And let me actually look at the number. Letters in common with Delta November Whiskey. No. Circle date's namesake. Tuberose P. Nope. So both are neither, because it's neither. Now we look up the next rule and select one of these two. The month of the circle date has the letter N. Month of the circled date, so the module's date, Brumaire, it has no November, so we'll take the otherwise path. The day of the week for the circle date is a digit in the serial number. So day of the week is 1 from 1 to 10. I assume by 10 it means just 0. I don't know where it's written, if it's written at all. So the day of the week of the circle date, which is 27, which is 7. Is 7 in serial? Yes, it is. So our solution month is Foxtrot India, which is Primaire. So one more thing, if something asks you to, so if this rule asks you to compare, like to look up, or this to look up the letter of the date of the name or name or the namesake of the date from the 13th month. Here is the list of these names, and keep in mind, when using the names, only take into account the final word. So it would be virtue, talent, labor, and so on. Okay. Yeah, so now let's submit Primaire 22 or 23. Okay. Let's do another example. So the today is going to stay the same, obviously, and the module's date is now going to be Misidor 8. it's summer, 26th of June, Ecalote and Charlotte. Okay. Okay, the LED is red. So click the date in the same row as the current date. Current date is 18, so it's going to be second row, and the same column as the circle date, so it's going to be 18. Now for the month, day of the week of the current date did not change, so we use the second table. Serial number has letters in common with current date's namesake. It was false, it didn't change. Circle date's namesake is Charlotte. Letters in common with Charlotte. No, so it's again this path. Month of the circle date has a letter, so Misidor does not have an N. Day of the week for the circle date is a digit in the serial number. 8 is not in the serial. So we need month. Thermidor, 18. Thermidor, 18. Thanks for watching, have a nice day.